Hey Keto Clan, today we have the top 10 myths that I've come across, and you're going to get the truth about them. Welcome back everybody. Today we're going to go over some myths, and I'm going to tell you the truth behind a lot of these myths. Now these are the top 10 things that I've been told or I've seen or I've been asked about over the year and a half, almost 2 years now that I've been doing keto. Number 1, keto is only for weight loss. And that is absolutely not the case. Now, that sounds odd because yes, I have lost a lot of weight on a keto diet, and I started keto not knowing any better, just for the weight loss. But the keto diet is so much more about just getting healthy, having your body do what it's supposed to do. When you reach that goal of being fully keto adapted and your body has switched into a ketone metabolism away from that harmful glucose metabolism, the weight is going to normalize. And what I mean by normalize is if you are carrying more weight than what your body needs, you're going to lose weight. If you're carrying less weight than what your body needs, you'll put on some weight. A ketogenic diet helps put your body in its natural state. And that's it. Number 2, intermittent fasting. You have to intermittent fast to lose any weight or do anything on keto. And that's just simply not the case. In fact, I'm in the process of creating a guideline for people just starting out on keto. And that guideline is actually to forget about counting calories, forget about your scale, throw it all away. Don't worry about fasting. What I want you to do is, using the macros that we figure out for your own personal body, eat those 3-4 times a day if that's what you're used to eating. Just make sure you don't bypass any of the guidelines within that day. The number one thing that you need to do is get into ketosis. Once you're in ketosis, the fasting, the meals, the calories, those are really going to take care of themselves. When you're eating low carb, when you're eating just enough protein, and then you're eating fat until you're satisfied, that fat is going to keep you satisfied longer and you're not going to feel the need to eat as often. So quite naturally, you'll start intermittent fasting and not even realize it. Number 3, keto makes you tired. Okay, yes, there is a period when your body is switching from a glucose metabolism to its ketone metabolism that you will be tired and sluggish and have headaches. That's called the keto flu. There are ways to mitigate that, and it doesn't last forever. In the most extreme cases, I've seen it last 3 to 4 weeks. But if you make sure that you stay hydrated, if you eat more fat, those symptoms will go away faster, and you will start finding that you have more energy than you ever have. And it's wonderful. Number 4, eating all that fat, it's going to give you a heart attack. Yeah, if you prescribe to the traditional American diet of low fat and butter is going to clog your arteries and you're going to have a heart attack, it makes sense that this is one of those myths. But I promise you, it is a myth. When I was eating a standard American diet, 320, 350 pounds, I went to the doctor. The doctor told me that I was a week to a month away from having a heart attack or a stroke. My triglycerides were over 300. I was pre-diabetic. My blood pressure was through the roof. I start the keto diet. eating everything the doctor told me not to eat. Butter and fat and bacon and steak and all the yummy goodness. I dropped 70 pounds in 4 months. My triglycerides dropped to 100. I'm no longer pre-diabetic. My blood pressure is completely normal. Doing everything the doctor told me not to do. There are actually many studies out there, and you could find them, that a low carb, medium protein, high fat diet actually helps your cardiovascular system. It can actually help heal damage that the traditional American diet has done to your heart. This is absolutely a fallacy. This is absolutely a myth. And if you do it right, a keto diet can help save your life like it did me. Number 5, calories. I have to count all my calories, or you don't have to count calories at all. So here's the thing. Here's just the God honest truth here. If your goal is to lose weight, you have to be consuming less calories than you burn. That sounds simple, right? It's not simple, okay? First off, there's no way to know how many calories you're actually burning. When you're in a ketogenic metabolism, you actually burn far more calories than you do when you're in a glucose metabolism. So you can actually eat more calories and still be under what you're burning, okay? But here's the thing. I have not counted a calorie since I started keto. I haven't done it. I let my body get into ketosis. I let my body naturally go into intermittent fasting. I'm an active person. I work in construction. I go to the gym when I can. In general, I am just burning calories throughout the day. I eat when I'm hungry. I don't eat for any other reason. I eat when I'm hungry. I stay low carb, medium protein, and then I eat fat until I'm not hungry anymore. Not until I'm stuffed, not until I'm full, until I'm not hungry. And I lose the weight. But more importantly than losing the weight, I feel amazing.
Thanks for watching so far. If you're getting value from this, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, smash down that like button, and hit your notification, that bell icon, so you could see the next time I upload a video.
6, I got these macros from a macro calculator. I have to make sure I eat exactly this in a day. No, you don't. So the carbs you want to stay under. The protein you want to get close to but not go over. Like playing blackjack, the closest to 21 without going over. Yeah, your protein, close, don't go over. And then the fat is really just a guideline. It's if you eat that much fat or under, that means that you're going to be hitting the prescribed calorie count. And like I said before, I don't worry about counting calories. It's just not a thing if you're doing this right, if you're listening to your body and you're only eating when you're actually hungry. Do you have to very strictly adhere to these macro numbers? No. Stay under your carbs. Get close to but stay under your protein. And then eat fat until you're not hungry anymore. And you're good. You're going to be good. That's going to work. Just listen to your body. Number 7, I'm diabetic. I can't do keto. Okay, so this is probably the most harmful myth out there. A low carb diet, the keto diet, can heal most cases of type 2 diabetes. Heal. I was pre-diabetic. I haven't had a test that comes anywhere close to it since I've been on keto. A ketogenic diet is naturally low on the glycemic index. The foods that we eat do not spike blood sugar. I know where this myth comes from. This myth comes from the metabolic disease that is called ketoacidosis. And ketoacidosis is where your body is producing really high levels of ketones and has really high blood sugar. Okay? This can only happen in type 1 diabetics. Only. And not all type 1 diabetics. So, if you're a type 2 diabetic, get on keto. I'm telling you, it might be a little hard at first, and you'll have to switch your way of thinking, because when you see your blood sugar really low, when you see your blood sugar in the 50s and the 60s, you're going to think that you have to eat some carbs. You're going to think that you have to eat some glucose pills. You don't. Your body isn't getting energy from glucose. So having a low glucose level in your blood is okay because your body is being fueled by ketones. It could heal your pancreas. It could heal your diabetes. Now, I'm not a doctor. I'm telling you my own life experiences, and I'm telling you the studies that I have researched and seen. Talk to your doctor. Make sure your doctor is actually a low carb or ketogenic friendly doctor. But I'm telling you, if you're type 2 diabetic, this is definitely something that you want to be thinking about. Number 8. I could drink all the diet soda I want. There's no sugar in it. No, just no. Okay? There are sugar alternatives that are excellent on a ketogenic diet. Artificial sweeteners are not them. Artificial sweeteners are straight up poison in your body. Not to mention, the FDA allows companies to advertise that they are 0 carb and 0 calories as long as one serving has under 1 gram of carbs and under 4 calories. So guess what every single one of the artificial sweeteners, now I'm saying artificial sweeteners, I'm talking the ones that are not natural, okay? I'm not talking stevia, I'm not talking monk's fruit, okay? I'm talking about the artificial sweeteners, the pink one, the blue one, okay? Those have almost a gram of carbs in one serving, and they have 4 calories in one serving. How many servings do you think is in your diet soda? Yeah. Not to mention that, they also pack it with fillers like maltodextrin. And maltodextrin raises your blood sugar. It just straight turns into glucose. I was taking a multivitamin and I couldn't figure out why I was almost completely knocked out of ketosis, and it's because there was maltodextrin in that vitamin supplement. Diet sodas, diet anything. Pay attention to your labels. See what is the sweetener. If it's saccharin, if it's aspartame, stay away from them. Sucralose, I'm really on the fence about sucralose. There are studies out there that say that it's okay. There's studies out there that say that it's really not. I personally stay away from sucralose. That's the yellow packet. Monk's fruit, stevia. Those are the ones that I would gravitate towards. Now, you have sugar alcohols like erythritol. Again, this is something that I try to stay away from. It could cause some intestinal issues if you have too much of the erythritol and other sugar alcohols. Strictly as a sweetener to keep you into ketosis. As long as you use it in moderation, there shouldn't be an issue. Me personally, I do stay away from them. Stick with stevia, stick with monk's fruit. There's plenty of resources online to figure out how to bake with it, cook with it, stuff like that. Go with that and you'll definitely be a lot better off. Number 9, I could eat bacon and that's it. No. And that particular myth can either bring people in or shoo people away, depending on if you like bacon. Yes, you could eat bacon. You could eat a lot of bacon. I love bacon. I eat bacon on a lot of things. It's not the only thing that you eat. It can't be the only thing that you eat because you need other vitamins and minerals and your other micronutrients. Okay? So variety is going to be the key to your ketosis diet and actually being able to stay on your keto diet. If you're eating the same thing over and over and over again, you're going to get bored and you're going to end up, straying off if you don't already have a plan of what else you can eat. It is simple. Make sure you have plenty of the foods that you could eat in your house. So if you get bored of one thing, you can move on to another. It works, I promise. Number 10. Keto isn't sustainable. You can't do that forever. Watch me. I am absolutely going to be on this lifestyle until the day I die, and I guarantee I'm going to live a lot longer than I was going to being on the traditional American diet. I have read books from people who have been on a keto diet for 20 years, and they're healthier than they've ever been. Ketosis, the keto diet, it's not a weight loss gimmick. It's not a fad. This is a way to eat that switches your body's metabolism into using ketones instead of glucose. Glucose is not good for your body. It causes inflammation. And if you know anything about so many diseases out there, inflammation is the primary cause of things like fibromyalgia, joint pain, so many others that I can't really think of right now just because there are too many of them. Your brain prefers ketones for energy. Your heart prefers ketones for energy. Most of your organs prefer ketones for energy. Burning ketones for energy does not raise your sugar levels, does not raise your glucose levels. You become less dependent on insulin, whether it be naturally produced by your pancreas or insulin that you have to give yourself because you're type 2 diabetic or type 1 diabetic. Type 1 diabetics, you could even be on a keto diet. There's more things that you have to worry about, more things that you have to test, but you could lower your dependence on insulin. A ketone metabolism is the metabolism that our ancestors used for thousands of years. It's the way our bodies were designed. Not only that, we eat some really good food. So until next time, keto on.